This Zoom session is being brought to you by the Fractal Fire. All right, for today, we'll finish 3.7. And so that means that chapter 3 will be due by the end of next week. 3.7 is, we're going to do only a couple of problems, and I think I only assigned a couple of problems because these are 3x3 systems, and they take twice as long as a 2x2 system. But these are word problems, so the hard part, as usual, will be the translating to from words to algebra, and then we'll move on to chapter 4.1, where we'll solve linear inequalities. Okay, word problems. The math is we covered last time, although it's like I say, it's a slog in a 3x3 system, and the hard part is translating from the words to the algebra. Okay, here we go. Here's an example. An artist makes 3 kinds of statues: large, medium, and small, and they're asked how many of each. So there'll be L large statues, M medium statues, and S small statues. They cost $5, $4, and $3 respectively, and sell for $20, $12, and $9 each. How many of each type must she make and sell to sell 180 statues at a total cost of $650 to bring in a total of $2,100? Okay, 180 statues, therefore the numbers is L plus M plus S equals 180. The cost is $650. The large statues cost $5 each. The medium statues $4 each. The small statues $3 each. So the cost will be 5 times L plus 4 times M plus 3 times S, and that equals $650. And the revenue is $2,100 for selling 20 large statues, 20L. Large statues at $20 each. M medium statues at $12 each, 12M. And S small statues at $9 each, 9S. So 20L plus 20L plus 12M plus 9S equals 2,100. Okay, 3 equations and 3 unknowns. Okay, here we go. First, let's turn this into an extended matrix. It's the augmented matrix. The terms in it are 1, 1, 1, and 180, first line. 5, 4, 3, and 650, second line. 20, 12, 9, and 2100, third line. Now I'm going to solve this by row operations. I'll start by pivoting on this 1 here. We'll do that. So in order to eliminate this 5, we'll subtract 5 of row 1 from row 2. We'll eliminate this 20 by subtracting 20 of row 1 from row 3. So, okay, the first line still remains 1, 1, 1, 180. Okay, 5 minus 5 times 1 is 0. Put a 0 here. 4 minus 5 times 1 is a negative 1. Put a negative 1 here. 3 minus 5 times 1 is a negative 2. Put a negative 2 here. And 650 minus 5 times 180 is negative 250. Put a negative 250 here. For the third row, 20 minus 20 times 1 is a 0. Put a 0 there. 12 minus 20 times 1 is a negative 8. Put a negative 8 there. 9 minus 20 times 1 is a negative 11. Put a negative 11 there. And 2100 minus 20 times 180 is negative 1500. Put a negative 1500 here. All right, great. We've cleared the first column. Now, let's clear the second column. There's a negative 1 here. These are all negatives. Let's rescale everything by negative 1. You get 1, 1, 1, 180, 0, 1, 2, 250, 0, 8, 11, 1500. Now let's pivot on this 1 here. Eliminate this 1 here and this 8 here. Eliminate this 1 here by subtracting row 2 from row 1. We'll eliminate this here by subtracting 8 of row 1 from row 3. All right, so 0, 1, 2, 250 stays the same. Now, first row, 1 minus 0 remains 1. 1 minus 1 is a 0, put a 0 there. 1 minus 2 is a negative 1, put a negative 1 there. And 180 minus 250 is negative 70, put a negative 70 there. For the third row, 0 minus 8 times 0 is a 0, put a 0 there. 8 minus 8 times 1 is a 0, put a 0 there. 11 minus 8 times 2 is a -5, put a -5 there. And 1500 minus 8 times 250 is a -500, put a -500 there. Now this last row is 0, 0, -5, -500. That corresponds to the equation 0 plus 0 minus 5s equals -500. So we can solve this here by dividing by -5, and we'll get the last row is 0, 1, 100. 0, 0, 1, 100. Great. The other rows are the same as before. Now it's time to clear this column. We'll pivot on this entry to clear away these. Eliminate the -1 by adding row 3 to it. Eliminate this 2 by subtracting twice row 3 from it. So let's see here. 1 plus 0 is a 1. 0 plus 0 is a 0. -1 plus 1 is a 0. So you have a 100. -70 plus 100 is a 30. So we put a 30 there. Row 2, let's see, 0 minus twice 0 is a 0. So we put a 0 there. 1 minus twice 0 is a 1. So we put a 1 there. What was that? Oh, yeah. 2 minus twice 1 is a 0. So we put a 0 there. And then 250 minus twice 100 is a 50. So we put a 50 there. And lo and behold, we're done. When you translate that back, this corresponds to the equation L equals 30. This says M equals 50. And this says S equals 100. So there are going to be 30 large statues, 50 medium statues, and 100 small statues. They can't be very large if they only cost $20 each, $5 to make each. So I guess large, I don't know, maybe this big or something. All right. Now, number 25 is a coin problem involving 64, piggy bank with 64 coins. All are nickels, dimes, and quarters. And I add here that nobody cares about pennies anymore. The only reason I keep pennies around for making change, and occasionally, on rare occasions, I get something I actually value, a wheat head penny from 1957 and before, older than me. It's the only kinds of pennies I'm interested in. So naturally, whenever I get one, I immediately save it. And that follows an old rule of economics called Gresham's Law, which says that bad money drives out good. Let us proceed. The total value of these coins, nickels, dimes, and quarters, is $6. And here they do this. If the nickels were dimes and the dimes were nickels, if we swap the numbers, then the total value would be $5. How many nickels and how many dimes and how many quarters? Okay. So let N be the number of nickels, D be the number of dimes, and Q be the number of quarters. There's 64 coins in all, so N plus D plus Q equals 64. Each nickel is worth 5 cents. Each dime is worth 10 cents. Each quarter is worth 25 cents. So the value in cents of all the coins is 5N plus 10D plus 25Q, which is $6 or 600 cents. Now, if we swap the values of the nickels and dimes, we get alternate value of 10N plus 5D plus 25Q, and that equals $5 or 500 cents. All right, now we translate this into an augmented matrix. 1, 1, 1, 64, first row. Second row, 5, 10, 25, 600. 5, 10, 25, 600, second row. Third row, 10, 5, 25, 500. 10, 5, 25, 500. Okay, so let's proceed to reduce this. Now, okay, the thing here is that the second and third rows, and indeed the second and third equations, all have a factor of 5 in common. So let's just, I guess I didn't. I was going to divide, but never mind. Let's just do a pivot on this entry. Pivot on this entry. We'll be clearing away these entries here. To remove this 5, we'll subtract 5 of row 1 from row 2. To eliminate this 10, we'll subtract 10 of row 1 from row 3. So 1, 1, 1, 64 just moves over. 5 minus 5 times 1 is a 0. There goes a 0. 10 minus 5 times 1 is a 5. There goes a 5. 25 minus 5 times 1 is a 20. There's a 20. 600 minus 5 times 64 is 280. There's a 280. For the third row, we subtract 10 of row 1 from row 3. 10 minus 10 times 1 is a 0. There's a 0. 5 minus 10 times 1 is a negative 5. Put a negative 5 there. 25 minus 10 times 1 is a 15. Put a 15 there. And 500 minus 10 times 64 is negative 140. Put a negative 140 there. Okay, I was going to divide by 5, but okay, we can divide these by 5. That'll make all the numbers smaller and so on. So divide the second row by 5 and the third row by 5. When you do that, you get 01456, 0 negative 13 negative 28. And the first row is still 11164. Okay, now let's pivot on this entry. Just clear away these other entries. We'll clear away this one by subtracting row 2 from row 1. We'll clear away this negative one by adding row 2 to row 3. 01456 stays the way it is. First row, 1 minus 0 is a 1. Put a 1 there. 1 minus 1 is a 0. Put a 0 there. 1 minus 4 is a negative 3. Put a negative 3 there. And 64 minus 56 is an 8. Put an 8 there. Okay. Okay, excuse me, never mind. Then, third row. 0 plus, well, let me see. 0 plus 0 is a 0. Put a 0 there. Negative 1 plus 1 is a 0. Put a 0 there. 3 plus 4 is a 7. Put a 7 there. And negative 28 plus 56 is a 28. Put a 28 there. Now, all right, we're nearly done. This last row is 0, 0, 7, 28. That corresponds to the equation 7q equals 28. We divide by dividing throughout by 7. So let's divide the third row by 7 and get a 0, 0, 1, 4. This plus this along with 1, 0, negative 3, 8, 0, 1, 4, 56, 0, 0, 0, 1, 4, 0, 0, 1, 4. Okay, now we'll pivot on this entry, clear away all these by adding 3 of row 3 to row 1, subtracting 4 of row 3 from row 2. Okay, these zeros don't affect any of these entries here. And let's see, negative 3 plus 3 times 1 is a 0, put a 0 there. 8 plus 3 times 4, okay, that comes up, right? 20? Okay, and 56 minus 4 times 4 is a 40. So 8 plus 12 is 20, okay, yes. So, okay, 0, 0, 0, 20, 1, 0, 0, 20, 0, 1, 0, 40, 0, 0, 1, 4. This corresponds to n equals 20, d equals 40, and q equals 4. So 20 nickels, 40 dimes, 4 quarters.